Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I am Constep and this is going to be part 2 of my early campaign where I am playing as Aragon. And if you did miss the first episode of this campaign, well, you didn't miss a whole lot. I mostly just kind of rambled on and on and on about a lot of the new things about this game, as opposed to Shogun, of course. So if you want to hear more about that, then by all means go back and check it out. But if you do want to just get right into the action, then hopefully I can do that for you here in this campaign. And yeah, all I did was take Valencia. That was the only thing that you really missed as far as moves go, and I only did go through one turn. So, like I said, you did not miss much. So I was able to get an alliance with the Spanish, although I will be breaking that at some point. For now, having an alliance with them makes me feel nice and safe, so I'm going to enjoy that. And in addition to that, I think I also want to get an alliance with the Almohads, just to kind of make sure I'm cozy with all of my neighbors. They're pretty powerful, and I'm hoping that they do kind of keep their eyes on the Spanish and not on me. And then that also goes to my northern neighbors as well, France and England. I do want to kind of go up there as well. So I just want to make friends with everyone that I can right away. So I'm going to take my emissary down here to Cordoba and start looking around for people I can make friends with. In Aragon, I'm going to be training up an archer unit to defend this province during my end turn, because right now it's currently empty. There's no one here, so I'm going to need a unit here to make sure that, you know, in case I do get attacked, which I won't. I don't think I will, but just need to make sure I'm still training up soldiers. I'm making a hefty 415 florins per year right now. Not a whole lot, but you know what? Once people start getting happier with me, I can start raising the taxes a little bit. Right now, just don't really have the money for it. But I have a lot of money in the bank, though. That's the nice thing about playing this game. Even on expert difficulty, starting with 4,000 florins, it feels good. It feels like a good little nice treasury to start with. So I'm gonna get going with building a fort here in Valencia. That way, in 4 turns, I can leave Valencia and then swing back over to Navarre. Hopefully by that time, Navarre still will be rebel-held. I don't want to have to go to war with the Spanish or the English to take Navarre. But I do want to have this nice little 2-province border here at the top of the Iberian Peninsula. I don't really want to have a weird little, I don't want to have an Aragon-Castile border at some point. I want Navarre. This feels like it makes sense. Also, Navarre does have iron deposits as well, which of course will allow me to build the what is it called? Is it the metalsmith? The building that upgrades my weapon attacks. I'll be able to get those in Aragon, Navarre, Castile, and then I think even Leon has iron deposits as well, which is pretty nice. For those of you who are familiar with Shogun 1, you will know how the Mori territory has 7 provinces that have iron sands deposits, which allow you to build armories. That's kind of how it feels like playing as any of these provinces or any of these factions in the Iberian Peninsula, where you're like, whoa, holy man, I can produce a lot of upgraded soldiers here. Because you will see that is not the case. Like in the rest of this map, you're lucky to find a province that has iron sands deposits or iron deposits, anywhere else. So yeah, having 3 or 4 provinces here in Spain feels pretty good. But right now, I'm poor, and I need to focus on other things first. So let's get a fort going here in Valencia. And is there anything else I need to do? Taxes very low here, and then normal taxes as good as it's going to get here. I'm working on building an inn in Aragon, and then after that I can work towards... What do I want? Watchtowers, I guess. That's always a good idea. And I'm still waiting on getting a governor or a captain that I can turn into a governor. So I need someone with 4 acumen before I'm willing to give him my governorship of Aragon. So we'll just kind of hang on to this until that happens. And other than that, I don't think there's really anything else for me to really do here. Yeah, we're friends with Spain. I like that. Alright, let's end this turn. Alright, so now I have a significant number of generals who have no loyalty to me. If they revolt, it will start a civil war, and I should take steps to improve their loyalty or remove them from positions of power. So the way that works is, I'm guessing that that's this guy. Yeah, 1 loyalty. This man is likely to be a cause of many of your problems, both at home and abroad. Remove him and you will probably solve many of rebellion difficulties. So the idea with that is that it's typically not the biggest deal. Actually, let me look at you again. Yeah, you're just useless. No command, no dread, no acumen, just not loyal. You're pious, so you're loyal to God. What does this say? Familiarity with prayer may be enough to participate in worship, but only a true follower will secure the support of the religious masses. So this makes it sound like 4 piety is not a lot, which is just, it's weird to me. I feel like that's a decent number. In any case, so about loyalty, the thing is that it is always going to follow the loyalty of the actual general of that stack. So when you have just a unit captain that is not loyal to you, well, it doesn't really matter as long as you get him inside of an army where, you know, he's going to be led by someone else. If he was in my generals, in my king's army, then it wouldn't matter because my king is that general. It's his loyalty, which he doesn't have loyalty. He has influence because, of course, he's loyal to himself. So with this guy, you don't even need to be inside the same stack. If I recall correctly, I think that just putting him in this province will be good enough. And then, of course, I'll just need to get another guy trained up here in Aragon to defend here. But that's good enough, right? Other options to improve loyalty are, of course, to give them titles. You know, like this one will give +1 loyalty. Even a loyalty of 2 isn't great, so that's not really, I don't really care about that. And of course, I don't want to make him governor of Aragon because he has no acumen. He's useless to me. I just want him, he's an archer. That's all you are to me. You're an archer. And there's another way of improving loyalty of generals, and that is by marrying them to my princesses. Now, I've never felt like I needed to do that. I use my princesses for foreign diplomacy. I'm looking for marriages with other factions. I've never just married them to my own generals to improve their loyalty because, like I said, they're usually under the command of someone who's loyal. That's usually how it works out. Also, in addition to that, there are other there's other virtues that my king and, you know, other guys will end up with where it's like great builder or something like that. So there's some virtues later on down the line that are going to give plus loyalty to all of the generals in the faction. So that tends to be something that I don't usually have to worry about too much. If it does become an issue, there's a chance of there being a civil war. I kind of wish that I've had a chance to manufacture one by now just to kind of like know how to talk about it. I know that having a civil war, according to some veteran medieval Total War players, in their minds, they can see having a civil war being a good thing because it allows you to actually choose which side you want to fight on, which is really weird actually, because it kind of takes the whole what perspective are you playing kind of thing into question. Like, are you playing from the perspective of your king or are you not? Because when a rebellion happens, you can choose the rebels. And then once you do that, they become the new faction, and then the king becomes the rebel, the rebels basically, and you have to kill them and take back the provinces that are held by your own rebels, which was, your previous king. It's a really, really weird thing, but what that allows you to do is that if the rebel faction's being led by someone who's just a better person overall, and you have a king that sucks, you can get rid of him. And that's how you can move on and create a new family line. I just don't feel like that's worth it. Even having a bad king and even having bad sons, I just feel like with every turn taking up a year in this campaign, these guys I'm not going to get attached to them. They're not going to be around. I mean, they'll be around for a while, don't get me wrong, but then they're going to die and then someone else comes up. Like, that's just how it goes. So why care? Just wait for him to die. Like, why go through the process of manufacturing a civil war where you have to take back half of your domain just so that you can secure a new family line? Maybe I don't get it yet. Maybe I need to actually go through that process to see how that works before I can see the value in it. There is ways to actually manufacture civil wars. you can actually lower the loyalty of your own generals on purpose by spying on them. Once you get a spy, that's something that you can do, is that you can try to plant, it's like planting propaganda on them or something like that. I can't quite remember. There's a option you can use with spies, and that'll end up lowering their own loyalty, which it's a weird thing. It's like trying to accuse them of, I think you can use a spy to accuse generals of treason, and then if it doesn't work, if it does work, they basically get executed. And then if it doesn't work, they basically just use loyalty, and then they can, obviously eventually rebel against you. So that's a way of manufacturing civil wars later on in the campaign. But again, like I said, I don't see it. I don't see the point. So anyway, that's that. That's my little speech on that. Let's keep moving on. I feel like, it's been a lot of me talking about stuff. So, all right, I can build, now I have an inn available in Aragon, and I can't quite train up any mercenaries yet. If I could, the option would be right here. It would be like a mercenary button, but I'm not going to do that. In fact, I'm not going to do that until I need to. When I'm ready to start blitzing the Spanish, then I'll train up every mercenary that I can. In the meantime, let's just keep going with, the cheap troops that I have, and let's get a watchtower going in Aragon. That's going to improve my population loyalty, and that's going to allow me to do this more. Make a little bit more money. People are still happy here. What about Valencia? Same thing? Heck yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make a little bit more money. Making 494. Sweetness. Good stuff. And what about my emissary? Don't forget about him. So there's no one I can talk to here. So let's go down to Granada. Keep him and move it along. And let's see. I'm going to have a son come of age in 2 years, and then another one in 6 years, and then I have a princess on the way as well, so I'll be able to use her to also try to get alliances up here in the north if my emissary takes too long trying to find the Almohad king here in the south. So, is there anything else I want to do? I don't think so. Things are looking pretty Gucci here, so let's end the year. The Germans are the strongest. Alright, well, good for them. Watchtower is completed in Aragon, and here we go. So these events happen, and it's just kind of like historical stuff that adds flavor, learning about this time period. So, the True Cross found. Truly, this is a remarkable event, as a piece of the True Cross on which our Lord redeemed the world has come into the possession of the Paris Cathedral. It is now in a place of honor, and has made this a place of holy pilgrimage. Catholic zeal has been increased across the whole of France. And so, as you can see, these events aren't just like history lessons, they also do actually impact the game. So, all French territories, I don't know if this means all French territories or if this means the actual French, like modern day France territories, which means that, some of them are being held by England right now in this campaign. So, I don't know what this means. Is it just the actual French held territories, or is it the geographic France? I don't know. This is another one of those things where if you know the answer, please let me know. However, it's not the biggest deal. It's zeal. And zeal is, I don't know. Zeal is one of those things that I just don't know how important that is. Like, my zeal in Aragon's at 51%. That seems high to me. But again, I'm not, whoa, okay. This is interesting. Ooh, I don't like that. That's bad. So this means that this emissary is in the process of bribing this rebel army here in Navarre. I haven't seen that before. That's not good. Oh no. Okay. Wow. That means I need to go to war with the Spanish like way earlier than I intended to. Oh no. So I'm guessing this has been successful. I don't know if this was still like an attempt or not. God, I hope that's not successful. Like, I guess I'll find out, but man, that sucks. That really, really sucks. That's going to make my play for Spain really, really difficult now, because I wanted Navarre. Obviously, I already spoke about why I wanted Navarre, and now Like, let's see, can I, if I were to train, yeah, hire mercenaries. My only mercenary that's available is Quaresmanian cavalry, and this is actually a good cavalry unit. It's very, very good. Very worth it. I don't want it now. It's expensive, but, you know, it's definitely, I need to keep an eye on my mercenary tab for sure. Let's see, you are also not going to be my governor of Aragon. Damn, okay, well, man, that's crazy. I really, that sucks. Emissary, let's you go down here. And yeah, I don't think I even could have afforded these rebels. Maybe I could have. Damn, I didn't look at that. I don't look at that. I mean, I'm poor starting off as Aragon to begin with, and I feel like I need my treasury as is. I know the amount that it would have cost to bribe El Cid and his 3 units in Valencia would have been like pretty much my entire treasury. This army typically, yeah, it's only 2 peasants and 1 spearman, so it should probably be cheaper. So I'm guessing, oh man, maybe that's what I should do, is maybe bribing the rebels is the answer here. Just to make sure I secure it. Damn, I have not seen that before. Well, I hope it doesn't go through. I guess I'll find out. Let's see. Okay, so let's get a border fort in Aragon for increased protection from spies and, you know, increased population loyalty and all that good stuff. And Valencia is obviously still working on, you know, my fort. And let's get another archer here in Aragon. And is there anything else I need to do right now? I guess I could bring you up to get you retrained here in Aragon. And look at that. So my king is back up to his 21-man full strength unit. So I feel like sometimes it takes longer. But in this case, it only took like a turn or 2 before that happened. That's interesting. Because there's been situations where I feel like I've needed to actually bring him to, what building is it? I think it's not the Royal Palace, it's the Royal Court. This is the building that allows me to train up the Royal Bodyguards, just as like a straight up unit. Or, of course, it allows me to retrain damaged units. And there's been times where I feel like I've had to do that because I didn't see my units automatically being retrained, like in this case. So I wonder what the factor is on that. All right, moving on. Let's see. Okay, taxes. Yeah, taxes are as high as I can put them. Nice. I can bring them up here in Aragon. And that's looking good. Man, this is, oh man, I really don't want that. That's not good. All right, well, let's end the year. And let's see what happens. Yeah, it looks like the Spanish king went straight for Navarre. Wow, damn, that is just news. News to me. All right, so heir matures. Prince Sancho is of age now. Border fort is complete here in Aragon. And my wife has given birth to a daughter, and she'll become of age in 15 years. So Don Rodrigo Enriquez, see, I don't know who this is. I guess it's he's the captain of the unit that I just trained up. And this is where the Vice and Virtues system gets a little bit cumbersome. Well, I don't mean a little bit, I mean a lot of it. It's a cool idea in theory, and there's a lot of neat ideas here, but there's so much of it that doesn't matter. Like, every single captain for every unit can get a Vice and Virtue, and I guess this is a contentious issue because I've heard most people say they like this. But I don't know if the people that say that they like this have actually played a full campaign. Look, if you're just going to play a couple hours and you're like, wow, this is kind of neat. My captains are real people. Yeah, it's cool. It really is. It's kind of a cool thing. But then when you get halfway through the campaign and you have a list that you actually have to scroll down to see all of the Vices and Virtues for, you know, like it's not even all of your captains. It's like a quarter of your captains who are, you know, growing as people. And it's like, most of you don't matter, right? Most of you don't matter. So I don't care. And this is a case of that, right? So he's a man of principle. He is not easily tempted to betray his principles for money, but everyone has their price, plus 50% cost of a bribe. This is a good thing. This means that it's more expensive to bribe him. But he's probably never going to be a leader or, a general of a stack. And so you bribe stacks. That's the point of it, right? You don't just bribe individual units. That's dumb. So this doesn't matter. It probably never will matter. Now my prince, my new guy. He gained in this case a vice. So he's strange. This man's strange habits of talking to invisible servants are not normal, but they're certainly disturbing to those around him. -1 morale and -10 happiness. That's a bad one. That's a really bad one. Now, I've talked a little bit about the minus and plus morale issues and the vices and virtues in my Almahead campaign. I don't know if this applies to his unit or to the army that he's leading. It seems like people in the forums are convinced that the plus and minus morales are they're distributed, of course, to the army that he's being led, but that's not what this says here. It says just -1 morale, which could be just his own morale. So I don't know. Again, if you know the answer, please tell me, because if this is -1 morale to his entire army, that's very, very bad. -1 morale to his unit also is bad, but like to his whole army, that's bad. Minus in happiness, I'm assuming that's just if he was a governor, which of course he's a heir, so he can never become governor. Family members can't become governors. However, once he becomes king, because he is my eldest son, I was just talking about getting rid of bad kings, this would be a case of that, right? If he is giving -10 happiness to the entire realm that he's the leader of, then that's a bad thing, of course. So that's something to keep an eye on for sure. I'm pretty sure this is one of those traits that can get worse and worse and worse. So I guess we'll just have to see what kind of man he becomes. And yeah, here we have it. Spain is now in control of Navarre. Man, that's bad. Oh God. and look at like this is the army that they already have. So they have so they have a 5-star heir in addition to their 7-star freaking king. A unit of Spanish unites, those units that gave me such a hard time here in Valencia. 2 archers, a spearman unit, 2 and 3 peasants. I don't even have a spearmaker built yet. So I can't even make spearmen, like just basic spearmen. I don't have them yet. I don't have access to them yet. So my God, that sucks. Yeah, losing the option of getting Navarre is really, really bad. It makes me wonder if I should just start the war with Spain right away. Man, this could get messy really, really quickly. What kind of mercs is it? So it's just the Khwarezmian Cav. That's all I can get right now. There's no way I could beat them, even with my son. Let's look at what he has. So my son, 2 loyalty. So he needs to be kept in my king's army at all times. He can't be leading his own stack. So this guy just sucks. 4 command, he wouldn't be bad as a leader of his own stack, as a commander. He has as many stars as, command stars as his dad does. 3 dread is okay. 3 piety, meh. Acumen 1, meh. Not great. That's not a great start. Damn. 1 more turn before this fort is finished here in Valencia. And let's see. Let's just keep taxes at 100. Yeah, let's just do that. Aragon's looking fine, and still don't have an acumen 4 general that I can give Aragon to, do I? No, I do not. Oh, interesting. And let's retrain this urban militia instead of just getting a new one. Let's get him going there. And okay, so what do I want to build here in Aragon? Probably improved farmland, I think. Making 336 that's okay, I think. Like what would it be on a normal? 260. I think that's worth at least 1 upgrade. Cost 600 florins, so let's do it. And oh man, maybe maybe I don't start a war with the Spanish. Maybe I just hang on to my 2 provinces here, and then I hope that the Spanish start a war with the Almohads eventually. And then I use that time to strike against them. Because at least, so, like, I guess the silver lining is this. At least Navarre is being held by the Spanish and not the, the French or the English. Because I am going to be going to war with the Spanish anyway, right? That was already going to happen. I just was hoping that this is a province that I wasn't going to have to fight over, honestly. I just wanted the extra cash. Just a little bit of extra cash. I wanted that. But I guess maybe, like, on the bright side of things, what that's going to allow me to do is focus on my 2 territories. I can trade from Valencia. I can trade silk here. And so I can start making an income. What I need to do, it actually does take a little while to, tech up to this. But obviously I need a fort that's finished. I need a port that's finished. So I need a fort and a port. And then I need to get a castle, which is a second level... I need a keep, which is a second level castle building. And then I need to get a dockyard, which is what allows me to train boats. And then I can start building boats. It's quite a lot, honestly. It's a bit. So the question is, are my finances going to allow me to sustain myself up to the point where I can start getting boats out so I can start making money off of my silk? Right now, the nearest port that I can trade with is going to be these 2 ports here in the Ligurian Sea, here in Corsica and Genoa. So obviously, that's going to be the route. So I'm going to need 1, 2, 3 boats to connect my port, my future port in Valencia, to these ports here in the Ligurian Sea. And each boat takes 3 turns to build. So as you can see, it takes quite a while to get trade going in this game, and man, oh man, I really was hoping I could get just an extra couple $100 off of Navarre. Huh. Maybe this will weaken them. Maybe this will kind of overextend their borders a little bit. I can hope, at least. Yeah, that's kind of a worrisome thing. I guess I'll have to keep an eye on that. And again, let's just hope that they actually go to war with the Almohads and not me. Speaking of which, let's see if I can keep... Man, the king is just nowhere... The king is hasn't moved. Because I know the Almohad king, I believe, starts the game in Algeria, I think. So, if he's here, that means he hasn't moved since the campaign started. So, alright, let's see if I can find him. And, yeah, I already checked this stuff out. There's nothing more for me to do here. So, yeah, I guess I just gotta... end this turn. Now the Germans are also the richest clan. And my fort is now completed here in Valencia. King of France has sent an emissary. All right, yes, I would like to accept an offer of an alliance with you, France. Yes, please. And so is the Byzantines. Yes, why not? Just accept that as well. And so has the Holy Roman Empire, the Germans. Yes, let's get an alliance with you as well. And now my wife has given birth to another son. Wonderful, awesome, sweet. Alright, that's some good stuff right there. So now I have this fort here in Valencia. So now I can bring my king's army back up to Aragon, because I'm just going to train up a couple peasants here in Valencia to just man this fort. Ooh, that's going to make my people not happy, so... Okay, maybe not bring all of these people. Let's keep you. And that's going to keep them happy enough for now. In the meantime, I can build another watchtower that's going to improve that population loyalty here in Valencia. And, what you still no 4 acumen dude. Alright, well. Eventually we'll find him, and let's see. Yeah, it's going to be a while before I can get up to those get up to those boats built up here in Valencia. I can, of course, also work on that in Aragon as well. I'm closer to being able to get... Well, I guess we're kind of tied. But yeah, I can start building boats in both provinces to try to get some more money going. Because when it's time for me to start training, the way this war is going to go down with the Spanish, when it does go down, is that when it's time for me to do my blitz, see how the number of mercenaries increases? Hopefully by the time there's going to be, time for a war, I have like a full page of mercenaries available. And I may as well get an inn here in Valencia as well. So that when it's time for me, when it's go time, I can just hire a full stack of mercenaries in Aragon and Valencia on the same turn, and then just blitz, like take Castile and Navarre at the same time. And that's going to be the play. And I should probably have like a little mini stack of my own troops, because mercenaries are pretty freaking expensive. So hopefully I can afford it, when the time comes, because it's eventually it's going to be go time. Not anytime soon, I think. Okay, here we are. The Almohad Caliphate is here. I can talk to him. Let's try to get an alliance going, because when it is time for me to attack the Spanish, I would like the Almohads to help. That'd be great. If they wanted to jump in and help me dogpile the Spanish, that would be wonderful. That would be really good. In fact, if they actually wanted to attack Castile right now, because the majority of the Spanish forces are here in Navarre, that would be also wonderful. So, please, guys, come on. You have the strength to do it. Look, you have a ton of troops right here. Attack Castile. Do that. Do that, and I just might attack Navarre. I'll think about it. How about that? So, we'll see if they, if the Almohads make a move here. All right, so taxes are as high as I can make them. I'm training up and building things. I should probably get another. Let's see how many. So I have 3 archers, 4 archers. That's probably enough for now. Don't want to go too archer heavy. I could get some peasants just to garrison this castle in Aragon for now. Because now I'm worried about my money situation. So I'm only making 285 florins right now per year. At least I'm in the green. I'm not losing money yet. But once I hire those mercenary stacks, I will be losing money when that happens, and I will go bankrupt. And that's why it becomes very, very vital once I do that to actually win a war with those mercenary stacks, because they're so expensive. And I need these provinces. I need, especially Castile. Castile's rich. Leon's going to become rich. So I need these provinces. Once I go to war, the Almohads, Cordoba is rich as well. So once I hire those mercenary stacks, I need to make sure I win battles with them. Otherwise, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. So, all right. I think I'm ready to end another turn here. You are doing your job, and there is nothing else for me to do. Let's end this turn. Watchtower is completed in Valencia, and improved farmland is completed in Aragon. King of Poland, yeah, let's be allies. Let's be buddies, Poland. Why not? And yes, the Almohads have accepted my offer of alliance. They suggest that unjust war is an offense against Almighty Allah, and caution us to hold to the path of peace to the benefit of all. Why not? Why not? Here's another vice of virtue, pride. Don Ramon Ferrer. His habit of killing staff members who prove him wrong is now widely known, and so he finds it impossible to get anyone to serve him. However, his legendary pride does make him formidable in combat. -2 command, -2 acumen, +3 valor. I like how pride just in this game means that you're stupid. It's kind of funny, but also a great fighter. It's kind of hilarious. So who was that? Was that you? I already lost. I don't care. Who was the prideful one? It doesn't matter. I already lost him. I already lost track. Is it you? No, it's not you. It's you? Are you prideful? Yeah. So what is it? Yeah, negative. He has no command. Oh man. So that actually does suck. He has -2 acumen. So before this, if his acumen would have been 5, so I actually would have had found the my governor for Aragon if it wasn't for his goddamn pride. Oh well. Oh well. What about you? Nope. Oh, see. Okay. So this is. So I need to keep my archery here because he actually has decent loyalty, whereas this guy has a loyalty of 1. So, what about you? Are you finally? Hey, there we go. 4 acumen. Let's do it. Let's go. So, income of 400 here in Aragon, thanks to that improved farmland. And then this is going to give plus 2 loyalty would be good for this guy, but no, I don't know. I don't want to do that. All right. 400. Where are we at? 559. Not bad. All right. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's get another peasant going here in Valencia. Hopefully he will have better loyalty. And then let's get another peasant here in Aragon. I just like having 2 units of peasants in each castle. I don't know. It makes me feel good. And let's okay, what am I build something? I guess a port. Yeah. Where's my finances at right now? So I'm okay, making 434. That's better than what I was before. So yeah, let's get a port going here in Aragon. And what about here in Valencia? Am I port ready? No, let's get a border fort. Yeah, let's get a border fort and then we will reassess from there. Indeed, yeah. So can I do... Yes, let's make some more money here. And you are good. Yeah, Aragon's fine. Oh, man. Oh, I'm so bummed about this. That's such a... Oh, that sucks. Okay, so I do have a princess. And... I think I'm not allied with the English, am I? That's like one of the only people that I have not talked to yet. So... Let's see, this is a Polish emissary. Yes, he is. So, there's no one here. I want to go talk to an English... Go find an Englishman. So, I'm going to send my princess to try to make an alliance with the English. If I could marry her into the faction, that would be great. And my emissary, so I don't need... Oh, yeah, so what I can do with him. So, since I have a son who's of age... Actually, probably should have thought of this. Because he's been of age for 2 years now. But I need to find him a wife, and I can start doing that even when he's not, you know, my king. So what I can do is have my emissary go talk to an English princess. Hello! Do you wish to request this princess marries into your faction? If her faction is eliminated, you may gain some claim to their lands. Yes, I would like... I want her mostly not for her lands, but mostly just for her. I would like my sons to have wives... before they become king, because then there's a potential that they already have sons by the time that they become king, and then I don't have to worry about my line of succession. It's all secure and safe and everything. So that's kind of going to be a big thing, is looking for, whenever I have a son, trying to find wives for them. And that's what I use my emissary for. I go to princess to princess. It's super fucking tedious. It's one of those things that it's important. It is. You shouldn't skip it. You should look for you really should look for wives for your sons. But man, oh man, the amount of times that they say no to you, it hits a little too close to home. I'll say that much. It's just like, oh god, I don't need this in my video game life. Just being told no over and over and over again. So, but it's important. I need to do it. So. Oh, man. All right. So I'll have my emissary doing that. I'll try to make friends with the English with my emissary and my princess. And other than that, where are we? It looks like there's going to be nothing left to do for this turn, so let's end it. All right. So the Spanish have managed to achieve an unheard of level of development. Their technological achievements are unsurpassed. Great, so now my neighbors just happen to be the most teched up faction in the world. That's just wonderful. Border fort is completed. Hey, there we go. I was just going to talk to you, buddy. The King of England. Yes, let's be friends. All right, well, that's that. If that's the case, what do I want to use my princess for? I mean, she can still obviously try to, like, marry people, so... Who do I want to be married to? The French? Yeah, let's go talk to this French emissary. Offering your daughter's hand in marriage forms an alliance between your faction and the one to whom she's offered. It has more chance of being accepted than a treaty from an emissary, but if your faction is eliminated, the other faction may have claim to some of your lands. Would you like to arrange your daughter's marriage into this faction? See, now this is weird. So, it like warns you, but if your faction is eliminated, the other faction may have claim to some of your lands. If my faction is eliminated, the game ends. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's just weird that that's in there. So, like, here's the thing. When it comes to this whole, like, succession thing, like, you know, you might inherit some lands from your allies, basically. In Shogun, this would actually happen quite a lot. You know, you could inherit the lands of your allies that were eliminated. In this game, I've never seen this. Now, I know it does happen according to the people in the forums. They talk about it. They say it's rare, but it does happen sometimes, from time to time. So it's something to keep an eye on. I think just because of the fact that there is so many marriages here. I mean, the princesses, they become of age, and there's not a whole lot to do with them other than, you know, marry them off. So you kind of have a lot of Catholic factions with a lot of, you know, a lot of succession complications here or there. So there's no way of tracking any of this. At least not on my side. You know, I'm sure the game tracks it, but I'm sure the whole succession issue becomes so complicated that I think it kind of gets like negated or like washed out. And a lot of times when factions are eliminated, the lands just go rebel. That's what I've seen. But you know what? Maybe in some rare cases, people actually will inherit some lands. It's not something I've really put much thought into because I've never had to see it. So in this case, I'm just offering my daughter into marriage with the French because it might solidify that alliance. I don't know. I'm already allied with them. So, you know, so why do this? I don't know. I don't know what else to do with the princesses, honestly. Like, use them as spies, I guess. I just marry them off because maybe this means that we'll be even tighter with the French. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. If you do know, let me know. Maybe, see, the thing is that when a princess gets too old and she's still not married, she's removed from the game because she becomes a spinster because she's not of marriageable age anymore. It's kind of sad. But yeah, it's like, it's like there's no use for them once they're not of marriageable age anymore. So they just get removed. And I don't know, it makes you feel like you're supposed to marry them off. I guess just using them as spies, having them, you know, they're temporary spies with like a, you know, whatever, like 25-year lifespan or whatever, where they can kind of go around and spy on stuff. That's not the worst idea, honestly, is just doing that and not marrying them off if you don't need to. Of course, using them to improve the loyalty of my generals is also an idea, but I haven't really felt like that's too necessary either. So this is kind of what I do. Maybe this will change along the way. I'm sure there's a lot to my strategies and a lot to the ideas of how I play this game that will eventually evolve over the next couple of years. So yeah, this might be one of them. All right. Another rant in the books. So here we go. Let's put up some taxes here in Valencia. This is still looking good. All right, let's bring this archer. I don't want this archer here. I just want my archer in Aragon. I mean, I want my army in Aragon. That's what I want to do. So 2 peasants. Let's see how. Okay, so I don't need to worry about. You are now nice. That's what I like to see. Nice dude. 7 loyalty, because you can keep your 1 loyalty dude in check. That's what I need to see. Perfect. All right, Valencia, what can you get going? So when you have these what are they called? Trade goods. When they exist within this province, but you have an option of building this building, and it's not just an option. You should, because you're not going to trade anything without having a trading post, and that's even once you have a port and boats and everything. Like, and you connect the dots between the 2 provinces. It's still not enough, like you'd think, but no, you need a trading post. Now, a trading post just by itself will generate an income just with your land neighbors. So there is value in getting it, you know, even if it's you don't have ports or anything going yet. So I do like to get a trading post going first. before I, work on that port and those boats. Let's see, what kind of income am I going to make? So is it going to tell me? No, it doesn't tell me. I guess that's because it's a variable thing. So the thing is, right now, the only people that I can trade with via land from Valencia is the Spanish and the Almohads. So while we're all, chummy with each other, this is great. I can make some money off them. Whatever it is, it's going to be like 50 something. It's not going to be much. It's going to be very, very low, I think. But once I can start trading with other people, then I'll start making some more money. But that's why I'm going to send my boats this way so I can trade with these people. Because if I send my boats this way, well, I'm going to be going to war with the Spanish and the Almohads and just be wasting boats because you don't trade with people that you're at war with, obviously. So, yeah. I think that was a mistake I made in my first Aragon campaign. I sent a couple boats this way and I sent a couple boats this way. And then I was great. I was making money. And then, boom, I was like losing like 1,000 a year or something like that. And I was like, what happened? Like, I have my boats. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm not trading with Cordoba anymore because I'm fighting them. So that's what happens. So in Valencia, yeah, let's get this going. It's expensive. 800, I keep wanting to say Koku. 800 florins is a bit, but again, only takes 2 turns, so it's fine. It's necessary. I don't feel the need to train up any more peasants right now. Let's just keep that let's keep that upkeep as low as possible. My profit right now is 570. That's fine again. Looks like my treasury is kind of staying in the three grand range, which feels good. I'm working on that port here in Aragon. And how's the mercenary pool looking? Okay, the mercenary pool's still not looking too hot. Not too hot, honestly. Huh. What do they have? Jesus. Just a bunch of hobblers, like the English like have unit. Kind of cool. So I'm a little worried about. I think I do want a full stack, honestly. I should get a full stack in Aragon just to dissuade the Spanish from attacking me and try to get them to, look at the Almohads, honestly. Yeah. The fact that they have an emissary in Valencia kind of scares me. That makes me think that they are looking to attack me. So I hope that's not what they are going to do. Because yeah, when they're spying on a province, that sometimes means that they're feeling you out, So let's see. What do I have? What do I need? Oh damn! I should have gotten a spear maker because that would allow me to train. Who would have thought spearmen? So, damn! I'm already 1 turn into building this port, so it's too late now. Man, a spear maker would have been good. Getting some spearmen would have been good because yeah, urban militia suck. How many? Let's see. I have 3 urban militia. Yeah, may as well just get another urban militia going, I guess. That is fine. I mean, at least their upkeep is really low, right? Their upkeep is 30. And then for archers, it's 37. What sucks is that my heirs and my king actually cost upkeep as well. 65 for my king, 62 for his son. So that's a bit, and of course I have no control over that. They just pop up. So I have another one on the way. Prince Fernando, yeah, he's going to be of age next year. So they just keep a coming, and that does tank my income. Of course, it's like, oh crap, I have to pay another 65 florins a turn. All right, one thing I like about my my agent tab is that. Pop in here, shows me both my agents, and if they're red, if this is all red, it means that they're on a mission already, which is kind of helpful. Nice to, shows me what they're up to. So, looks like my emissary is already up to Valor too, because he's been a good emissary. He's done a couple jobs for me, and you can just kind of click on it and it'll zoom you into where they are. Helps you find them. My princess is right here. She's on a mission. She's trying to get married. And, yeah, I think, send this here. Here he is, Prince Fernando. So now I have 2 heirs, and Deus Volt, the Pope has convened a council at the town of Clermont and preached a mighty sermon calling upon all the faithful to come to the defense of Christianity and to capture the holy city of Jerusalem. Many listening gave vows on the spot to undertake these holy tasks. The First Crusade, I guess? Yeah. Is that was 1094? Is that the First Crusade? I thought the First Crusade... I thought the campaign signified the start of the First Crusade. Wasn't it 1083? 1087? I don't know. I should be talking. I don't know. All right, Prince Hernando. Hard sums. This man's ability to add up and get the same result every time gives him an envied monetary ability. +1 acumen. So, yeah, that's not bad. And then Killer Instinct. He has a talent for killing, making him quite effective on the battlefield, discomfiting to those who stand against him. +2 Valor, +1 Dread. He's a better son. He should be the king, or the next, he should be the heir, I guess. Actually, I say that. He does have less command points than his older brother. And, he's also he's not loyal either. Damn. Okay, so both of my sons are just not loyal. That sucks. Let's double check that. Yeah, 2 loyalty, 2 loyalty. God damn. 3 acumen, though. That feels good, but this here says he's somewhat slow learner, but he possesses a dogged determination that sees tasks through to the end. An adequate candidate for an official. See, it makes him sound dumb, but 3 acumen seems like it's okay to me. Yeah, my sons, they do not like me, I guess. Oh well. Alright, how are we looking? So it's 1095, and what the fuck happened? So the Spanish capital went rebel? Okay. So it looks like they're already going through their own civil war, I believe, is what this must mean. Oh my god. Huh. I kind of wish that Navarre went rebel, but that's just me being greedy, because Castile going rebel. Oh, should I fight this? Oh, should I invade this? Could I beat this? I could beat this. It's a 5-star general, an archer, 2 javelin men, and a spearman. Oh my god, I don't know. I'm unprepared for this decision. I'm not ready. I'm leaning towards no. And the reason is just because I'm not ready. Here's the thing. Once this war kicks off in the Iberian Peninsula, it's a thing. It's an event. You have to kind of be ready for it, because it's really hard to just kind of get a little skirmish and then getting a ceasefire. A lot of times factions will just say, no, screw you, we're at war. And then you're like, oh no, I'm bankrupt. And then there's nothing you can do. You're screwed. So when you go to war, you really have to win. You need to have an army that can win, and you need to have an economy that can win that war. So going into wars preemptively when you're not ready to be involved, it's not a good thing. And taking Castile is going to be putting me in a position where I'm in the middle then. Here I'm off to the side. I hope no one attacks Valencia. But, with Castile being rebel, I feel like this is now the target for the Spanish and the Almohads. And whoever jumps in here is going to put themselves in a position. I'm looking at you, the Almohads. If you take this, you are pretty much declaring yourself, you're going to put yourself in the fight, right? And that's what that means. And the Almohads already have a strong army. These units are so freaking tough. The Almohad Urban Militia are good units. And they have 5 of them here in Cordoba. I don't think taking this is the play. I'm not ready. I don't even have a freaking spearmaker. I'm working on a port in Aragon. My army consists of 3 units of Royal Knights, 4 archers, and then 4 urban militia. That's what I have. It's just not good enough. And my economy is like nothing as well. So, I just... If I were to hire mercenaries, there's 5 mercenary units, and these are good units. Nubian spearmen, it's a good spear unit. Italian infantry, it's another good spear unit. Bulgarian brigands. Brigands? Brigands. Bulgarian brigands, that's a good archer unit. Basic spearmen and then mounted sergeants is a good light cav unit. But still, that's only 5. And I want to hire mercenaries when this page is full. And then I'm ready to go in and blitz. That's what I want to wait for. So I don't think this is the time. This could still be good for me. This could still heavily weaken the Spanish, of course. You know, that would be wonderful. If Navarre somehow ended up going rebel, then that would be my opportunity to take Navarre. That would be also so good. I would love that. I would love that very, very much. But I don't know. At this point, I don't think I can jump in on this. I'm working on stuff. So my agents are still doing their missions, and I don't know if I wanted to actually just keep training up urban militia. They just feel so useless. I want spearmen, but it's going to be another... How many turns? 2 more turns before the port's finished, before I can start working on a spearmaker. It's going to be 2 more turns, and then I can start building spearmen. Oh, should I wait? This army here in Navarre, if it attacked me, honestly, I feel like I could beat that. I don't think I could beat this. Maybe I could, honestly, though. 3 units of Royal Knights could actually run down, because there's no spearmen here. And Elmwood Urban Militia, they're just swordsmen. In addition to that, there's no good general here. The king is still hanging out here, like in North Africa. So if this army in Cordoba ended up invading Valencia and I had to defend with just this, I might be okay. So maybe I can wait until I have a spearmaker, and I can wait until I can actually train up some spearmen before I fill out this army. I don't want to fill out this army with urban militia. That seems like a waste of money for units that are pretty shitty. I mean, the low upkeep is great, but like funds are tight, so 478 is not great. As far as these armies, I'm not afraid of this. And I'm not too afraid of this. I mean, I think that the English and the French usually go to war with each other anyway, so they should be busy with themselves. I should be fine. I should be fine. Alright, so with all that being said, let's end one more turn just to see what's going to happen here with this civil war. So the Spanish have decided they cannot win the battle and are retreating. So they lost that. They lost Castile. The Danes have the happiest people. These are always just the silliest messages. So like, this was the same thing in Shogun, where the faction that only had like 1 province has the happiest population loyalty, because of course they do. There's only 1 province. So in many cases, this indicates the faction that's losing. Now the Danes just start with only 1 province, so like whatever. That's just, it's not that they're losing, it's just that they start that way. But a lot of times, like in Shogun, it'd be like the faction that's getting stomped. They'll say, hey, their people are happy. And it's like, it doesn't matter, they're losing. They're getting crushed right now. So this is always a weird one. It's not like the technological thing or the money thing or the armies thing, where you read the message and you're like, oh, damn, they have more armies than me. In this case, it's just kind of like, I don't care about you. It doesn't matter at all. Trading post is completed. Now we can see how much money I'm making off of that 800 florins building. All right, Peasant Crusade. Peter the Hermit and his fellow zealot, the Pauper Knight, Walter the Penniless, have roused the peasantry and simple folk. These two have convinced many to go on a crusade secure in the fact that God will give them victory over infidels. All farm income in France is reduced by 1/10. Sucks to suck. So, yeah, again, it doesn't affect me at all. Just affects my neighbors, makes them weaker, which is a good thing. And I think I just learned about this. I think I just watched a video on this, and if this is in fact, was this the first one, right? Like when the first crusade was called, and it took a year for the actual like kings and stuff and nobles to raise armies, but then the peasants like didn't wait. And they're like, no, we're going like right now. Like as soon as the Pope said go, they left. And yeah, it's just like this whole horde that just it's completely slaughtered by a professional army in I can't remember where it was. It was like a Anatolia area. But yeah, I think that's what this is. So yeah, in any case, France is losing some money because of this. And this is just so freaking bizarre. Wow, I mean, this is interesting. I'm learning that in this game, the variety of outcomes could be very, very different from the amount of, the variety of outcomes in Shogun, where you can play a beginning in Shogun over and over and over again, and you can kind of get a feel for how it works out. Whereas, I will admit, I didn't play the beginning of Aragon, like even 5 times. I played it a handful of times, but not even 5. It was like 3, I think, before I felt comfortable with it. And nothing that's happening right now was what happened in any of those 3 tries. So that seems to be, there seems to be more variability, which of course is a good thing. You don't want to feel bored by the game that you're playing, and you want to feel challenged by something. That is a good thing. This is interesting. There's been some good things and some bad things here. Losing Navarre to the Spanish right away sucks. But then the Spanish having a civil war is hilarious. And I don't know what's going to happen. In Valencia, I can start building that port. Oh yeah, let's see what kind of money that building is making. I think I can right click here. And so yeah, I'm making 38 florins off of it. So buy land, trade sucks. It's all about the boats. Hey, speaking of boats, it looks like the Sicilians already got their navy going. Good for them. Good for you, Sicily. So I'm going to have to start working on that. I'm going to start working on getting a port here in Valencia. That's another 750 florins. And then one more turn before that port is finished in Aragon. And then I can start working on a spear maker there. And then after that, I'll start working on a keep, which is that second tier building here in Aragon. So I'm going to keep focusing on me and myself. I'm going to hope that in the meantime, while I'm developing my economy enough so that I can get to the point where I can hopefully afford a whole... Yeah, this is more like it. We're not quite there yet, but this is, what I want to see from that mercenary tab. Yeah, these are some good units. Horse archers too, some Arab infantry, swordsmen, nice stuff. So yeah, I want to get my economy to the point where I can afford a couple stacks like that, so then I can make my blitz, right? And hopefully, in the meantime, everyone just keeps ignoring me. That's what I want to see. But that is all going to have to wait until next time. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and thank you very much for watching. I've been Conostep, and this has been Medieval Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.